And with that, we welcome you inside the Stan Sheriff Center. Let's take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. Let's send it over to C-Man.
For the Aggies, it's supersize it. It's not a McDonald's order of fries, by the way, Noah. That is the Aggie front line where the size ranges from 6 feet to 6'6". This is a large team. And for Hawaii, keep feeding the hot middles. Amber Aggies and Sky Williams have been on fire as of late with solid passing. Luck for them to get plenty of sets tonight.
Supersize it. You got the word feed in the keys. I'm a little bit hungry after that one. Kanoa Leahy alongside Chris McLaughlin here. A special night at the Stan Sheriff Center as we celebrate 25 years of this building serving as one of the standards of excellence in the Western region in intercollegiate athletics. And what a way to start for UC Davis. They open things up with an ace coming courtesy the starting setter, Jane Sessler. This is a Davis team that is second in the Big West Conference in aces behind Cal Poly, and we know how much that serve disrupted things for Hawaii against the Mustangs on the road just a couple weeks ago, as Amber Aggies is able to smack that one down and get Hawaii's first point of this match.
Kenna Ross righted the ship right there with a perfect pass, which allowed the middle attack to go to Amber Aggies, and when she hits it, she just hits it hard.
She
and then
annihilates
harder.
it.
She has two speeds, hard and harder.
The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups will be scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Noreen Yosia with the serve for Hawaii. The right side set goes to Lauren Mattis, and a good up there by Yosia. Bump set goes to Hana Helvig, cross court and wide. And it's a point for UC Davis. The Aggies come in feeling pretty confident. 13-7 overall. They're 4-2 in the Big West Conference. Their only two losses coming on the road against the Central Coast teams, Cal Poly and UCSB, and they went 5 with the Mustangs. In fact, they've gone 5 sets each of their last 3 matches.
And they out-hit the Mustangs by 90 points.
And there's a roof there in the middle. Josie O provides one of the most imposing middle blocks in all of college volleyball. 6'6" sophomore from El Cerrito, California, and she is pretty agile for a player that size.
She really is. She's the tallest player in UC Davis history.
There's Tiffany Westerberg, who just checked into the match, and off of 1 foot, she's able to blast that one into the back row for a Hawaii point. Rainbow Wahine, meanwhile, ranked 22nd in the latest AVCA poll. 15-3 overall, now 5-2 in the conference.
And most importantly, number 9 in the RPI.
And Hana Helvig sends that one way long. So Helvig after waiting a little calibration here to start this one.
Not usual for her to get aced and then hit one out and then hit her serve out. It's not like her at all. She's usually very steady.
The team leader in kills is Helvig. The freshman averaging a little over 3 kills per set. Handles this first touch, and it's a beauty. Outside it goes to McKenna Ross. Got the fingertips of the block. Good save by Sessler. High bump set goes to Mahalia White. Into the pin it goes, and that's a point for the Rainbow Wahine.
It all started with a perfect pass by Hannah Helvig. She's riding the ship, so to speak.
Here is Kyra Hana Wahine. What a job she did from the service line the other night against UC Riverside. 3 aces in that match. The 5'2" junior out of Honolulu, transfer from Oregon. Unable to conjure up a save there. That was a heater coming from Alexa Rocket, 6'1" junior from Gilbert, Arizona. Hitting .312 on the season.
She's been injured the last couple of years. She is so happy to be playing all the time this particular year, her junior year.
Here's Ali Reyes to serve. Back and forth action here early, and that's going to be a point for UC Davis. They're going to call Noreen Yosia for being a back row attacker when it appeared as though that very well could have been an interference call against the Aggies. That's the argument from Robin Amo into the ear of R2 Ernie Ho, but that argument will be to no avail. It is 6 serving 3, C-Man.
Robin Amo was claiming that the ball was completely on Hawaii's side of the net. And instead, the ball actually broke the plane, according to the referee.
Meanwhile, Leonie Streld, 6'4" wall there to deny access on Hana Helvig. And look at the scoreboard here. Davis up 4 early. Ross on two knees had to field that one. Helvig from the back row, two blockers up. She gets blocked and roofed again. And the Aggies have shown up here on this Sunday evening match, looking to disrupt a happy anniversary. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. 502. That's the all-time matches played in the Stan Sheriff Center by the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine volleyball team. Of course, tonight the 502nd. Hawaii has won 439 of those. Not a bad record, but right now they find themselves trailing by a handful here out of the timeout. And another block back by this big UC Davis front. Ross put a little more hurt onto that one, but it was blocked back again. Westerberg off 1 foot, had to loop it over that tall block. Easy pickings on the dig. But the block was up on the Hawaii side, denying access to Leonie Strell. And Sky Williams in the book. She has been a blocking machine here this weekend, C-Mac.
Yeah, Sky's really got to get her block going, as well as Amber Igini. Hawaii's got to match the strength up front that Davis is doing right now. Davis's block is really imposing. They've got 3 blocks to 1 right now.
And Davis, a large group, especially up front. Good dig there by Helvig. Ross from off the net. Got a touch on the fingertips. And that's another point for the Rainbow Wahine. When you look at this Davis front, they range from 6 feet to 6'6" along that front line. How does that affect a hitter like McKenna Ross? How does that affect some of the other frontline hitters for the Rainbow Wahine?
McKenna Ross at 5'10", actually, Cleo Baxter tells us that Ross actually likes big blocks. She can see the block better than the smaller blocker, so it may be in her favor.
And Hannah Helvig finding a way to just avoid the block altogether. Just bump it back over for the kill. And that's now 3 straight points for Hawaii. High ball set goes outside. Strell blocked back by Yosia. How about reversing what UC Davis had established prior to the timeout? Now a 4-0 run for the Rainbow Wahine and asserting themselves at the tape.
Actually, I thought that was a smart shot by Leonie Strell. She just didn't know that Yosia is a better blocker than she thought she was.
Played off the net and just narrowly over to Hawaii's side. Yosia goes outside to Ross! And she slams into that one. And we are knotted up at 8. Hawaii has ripped off 5 straight. And that urges UC Davis to signal for a timeout. It's cooking at the SSC. Take your internet with you. Spectrum Internet customers get free unlimited access to over 4,000 Wi-Fi hotspots across the islands. One of those hotspots right here, the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii scoring 5 straight points out of their timeout. Now UC Davis looking to respond out of their timeout, signaled by head coach Dan Connors. It's Bailey Choi continuing to serve. Pass tight to the net, bopped over, pinballed around, and good effort there by the Wahine just to keep the point alive. Outside, it's Strell down the line and in.
Time to set a little bit higher for Strell. I think she likes a little more air under the ball so she can get up and use her 6'4" height. She goes that time over and around Noreen Yosia rather than a little low tip she had last time. I think was not the wisest of choices.
First kill for Strell. She's had 3 straight matches with double figures in the kill department. Sky Williams had the first touch there on that serve. Yosia will dink it over. Aggies on the attack off of 1 foot. It's Raucus. Blocked out a good chunk there, so Hawaii playing it back. Ross from off the net had to just roll shot it across. High ball bump set off of 1 leg, and that may have been an out ball. Mattis sent it deep. And it's a point for Davis.
It was definitely out. I think that Hannah Helvig thought there was a touch maybe on the block, but
give the kill to Mattis, the top hitter for UC Davis, averaging 3.5 kills per set. Williams couldn't put it down. Back row set, and that's Perry Starkey, whose foot was on that 3-meter line. So give the point to Hawaii on the violation. The officiating crew, Daphne Nelson once again atop the ladder, the R1. Ernie Ho down on the floor. And the line judges Mark Nakashima and Dean Tamura. Ross floats it deep. Williams was able to smother that would-be tip shot. Now Mattis off the fingertips, kept alive by Ross. Outside, here's Helvig through the block and down. And that had to feel good for Hannah Helvig. A little off in terms of her targetry here early, but that one was pure.
Her rhythm and timing has not been quite there, but that one looked very sharp, and a great set from Yosia. Or Bailey Choi, I'm sorry.
Middle set. That's raucous, popped up there by Rika Okino. Yosia, the over-the-shoulder roll shot. How does she do that?
She's a magician. She's a magician. I don't know how she does it, but she's got so many talents, does so many things well, not just the setting, not just the jump serve, but she's got shots like that over and down into area one.
Hawaii in front for the first time in this opening frame, but it was short-lived as McKenna Ross serves it into the twine. Hawaii coming off of a win Friday night against UC Riverside, a sweep victory. Middle set, there's Williams going over the triple block and getting another Rainbow Wahine point.
I guess they knew the ball was being set to Sky Williams that time because every blocker was there. 6 hands across, and Sky says, okay, you're gonna put 6 blocks, 6 hands across, watch me go over all 6 of them.
And it is Rika Okino to serve. Hawaii up 12-11. First meeting here in this 2019 conference season between the Rainbow Wahine and the Aggies, and Lauren Mattis laying the lumber there, a 6'2" senior from Santa Cruz, California, coming into this week 6th among Big West hitters in kills per set.
She's got 3.5 per set, hitting 240. She's their leading scorer at 4.1 points per set.
Choi goes high ball outside to Helvig, and that was a heater from Hana.
Helvig and Mattis putting on a little show on the outside. Both of them hitting really clean balls that are well struck and hard.
See what Helvig has done. A little bit of an uptick in Big West Conference play, becoming the primary target offensively for the Bows, as that one was hit firmly by Mahalia White. 6-foot redshirt sophomore from Canoga Park, California. An incredible story considering what she has been through the last year and a half.
Yeah, Big West freshman of the year 2 years ago, Big West first team, then cancer last year. Unbelievable.
There's Ross from the back row. Was there a touch up front? No touch. It sails long. And a point for Davis. Yeah, Mahalia White, who in December of 2017 was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Had to enter chemotherapy. Missed all of last season throughout her recovery. Comes back this season, and according to Dan Connors, she's as strong and physically capable as she has ever been, as evidenced by that hit and then springing back up to joust at the net. Strell is blocked back. Strell will get another crack at it, and she lays it down. Point for the Aggies, they're up 2.
Strell just keeps battling on the outside. Good coverage that time by Shir Lahav.
Crowd trying to urge the home team on, and maybe getting an assist on that service error. Tightly contested first frame, wouldn't you say?
Doesn't surprise me. This is a good team. They're big, they're talented, they're physical, well coached.
Helvig floats that one deep. Here's O in the middle. And that is tough to stop right there. 6'6" swinging. 371 hitting percentage for O. She's also the team's leading blocker. Coming into this match, 3rd in the league in hitting percentage. So 16 serving 14. Helvig, overpass, easy pickings for Alexa Raucus and company.
Tim Hanna just puts just a little bit too much on it. It is 1 foot off.
Davis by 3. And that one sails long. Well, you may notice Hawaii for the first time this year going with the new uniforms. Interestingly enough, they're new unis with a retro look. They have the retro logo aligning the front. Good serve there by Wahine outside. And that is Strell. A little too hot to handle there for Noreen Yosia. Hawaii had been going with some pre-ordered jerseys. They had to wait a little extra long to get their new, what were supposed to be, intended to be these game night jerseys from Under Armour. And then they got out to such a great start that Robin Amo, being the superstitious head coach that she is, she didn't want to change the deal. Here they are for the first time wearing these jerseys. McKenna Ross is dug up along the back line by Mattis, and then Strell now with 4 kills, putting Davis up 4. And a look of concern here from Robin Amo.
Strell putting up some good swings, going over blocks and tooling the end blocker.
Hawaii needs to convert here. Slide goes to Westerberg, and she dinks it oh so narrowly over that proposed block and down. You made an interesting point regarding the tip shots from Hawaii's side against the big team.
Yeah, if Hawaii chooses to do a lot of tipping tonight, I think it's to their disadvantage because that block is so big to tip over it. It's got to be in the air longer, which is going to allow the back row to get to the ball more easily. So I think Hawaii should just bang away at the big block.
That one well placed, though, but Hawaii trailing by 3. The block is up there on the slide to Rockus. Strell from off the net. And that one saved two-handed style by Okino. May have been an out ball. Ross then is stuffed. And that block for UC Davis right now working. They have 4 total team blocks in this opening frame alone.
I think Rockus got most of that one. Yeah, she knows how to celebrate too, doesn't she? Great shot.
Rockus causing quite the ruckus there at the net as that serve goes long. And that's been kind of the saving grace here for Hawaii in just staying afloat in this first set. A couple of recent service errors by the Aggies. Here is McKenna Ross. 10 kills the other night versus UC Riverside. And that one's smoking down the line off the palm of Mattis.
Mattis, all Big West. Honorable mention as a freshman. All Big West, all freshman team as a freshman. That was really her best numbers year, too. She's now just starting to sort of recreate the numbers she did her freshman year.
Yeah, coming off of a 24-kill match in their last win against CSUN. Here, Sky Williams was able to put it where no Aggies were. And that time the tip shot works again for Hawaii. But they have not really been able to get closer than this range here over the last several points. Rika Okino now to serve. 7 service aces on the season for Okino. Good pass there by Reyes. And then the block is up on Mattis. They keep it alive though. Mattis, tough angle, and she's able to tool the block anyway. That is a veteran swing right there by Lauren Mattis.
Mattis at 6'2", but she is long. She plays like she's 6'4".
And so a timeout signal by Robin Amo. Trouble for Hawaii.
Now's the time to stay local and play local with Aqua Aston Hospitality's Kama'aina Staycation deal. Learn more at aquaaston.com.
And we'll see you in 5.
What are you doing? 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 What are you doing?
Oh, it's your We all need insurance to protect ourselves and our families. Most people do not have enough insurance. Buy bodily injury insurance to protect you and your family in case you cause a crash that injures someone. Buy uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage for you and your family in case you are injured by someone with no insurance or not enough insurance. Protect yourself and your family.
Welcome back. Catch the greatest plays, biggest blocks, and schedule info by following Spec Sports High on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Uphill climb here in front of the Rainbow Wahine in this opening frame against UC Davis, trailing 22, serving 18 out of the timeout. Bailey Choi sets up Helvig, 2 blockers up, and a great diving save in the back row to keep it alive for the Aggies. Helvig, oh, that's set a little tight to the antenna. So now the libero Shira Lahav sets up White. She can't put it down. Ross from the back row 2-hands it over. A net violation will go against Davis. And that was a late whistle. Hawaii's coaching staff was trying to call attention to it, and it took several moments for that to finally be the ruling. Looked like Josie O came into the twine that time. 19 serving 22. Here's Yosia. Blasts it long. Tough time for the service error there for the Bows.
Hawaii's got 3 service errors. Exactly the same as the Aggies.
So here it comes from Mattis. Good pass there by Okino. Middle set, Igidi. Igidi hammering Hawaii's first point of this set 1 and getting that one to bring Hawaii to 20.
Even if the pass is not perfect, it often is the best time to go to the middle because the other team is not expecting it. And that was an example of it. Igidi definitely ready for any kind of pass.
And an overpass, resulting in the Hawaii smackdown, courtesy McKenna Ross. Bows within 2, timeout UC Davis. And things getting a bit interesting here down the stretch of this first frame.
Well, it takes solid serving. It's one of the things I think that Robin Amo has emphasized over her entire tenure is she wants a team that serves stuff that forces the other teams to really struggle passing, really get them out of their offense, get them out of system, so to speak. And I think that's what's brought Hawaii back so far, getting back into this match.
UH Athletics reaches out to you online each week with updates and promotions through its H-Mail e-newsletter. To register, visit hawaiiathletics.com and click on the H-Mail button. It's simple and it's free. UC Davis hitting 281 here through this first set. Hawaii batting 250. The blocks have been in favor so far of the Aggies, which is somewhat to be expected. Even though Hawaii has better overall blocking numbers, the Aggies just so big up front.
They really are. They've only got one player, their setter, who's 5'9", so she's got 3 rotations when they have a non-6-footer in the blocking rotation. All the other 3 rotations, they've got very large human beings out there blocking the ball. Dan Connor said he thinks the key to his team winning tonight, they've got to serve tough. Got to get Hawaii out of system and hope that their outside hitters do not hit out of system balls very well.
I mean, it sounds somewhat simplified and obvious, but that seems to be the blueprint. When Hawaii has struggled, they have struggled primarily in the service receive department.
Exactly.
Anna Helvig, big serve coming out of the timeout here. Good one, gets the Aggies off the net. White from the opposite position just lays into it. Mahalia White, 3.2 kills per set. That's second on the team, and it's aloha ball for the Aggies in set 1.
Well, she hit that with authority. That was not an easy set to hit either. Coming from the back row, over her left shoulder, she just drilled it.
And so Shira Lahav, the libero from Israel, serves it down the line and wide. It's not pow yet, but it remains aloha ball for the Aggies. And Kyra Hanawahine enters in to serve. Crowd quiets. Lifts it deep. High ball set. Strell off the fingertips, hits Sky Williams on the dome, and it's returned by Westerberg. Here's White. Block out a piece. Helvig can't get there. And White closes the door on the Rainbow Wahine in set one. 25-22. The Aggies, as expected, showing up, ready to battle. Buckle up. Hawaii's got his work cut out for him.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. UC Davis takes set one, 25-22. It's a good combo for the Aggies, out hitting and out blocking the Rainbow Wahine, Chris.
Out blocking, you saw a couple good blocks there. Out blocking Hawaii 4-2. There's another big block put up on Helvig. And yet another one. 4 blocks altogether. They're just on fire. That really took Hawaii out of their offense. I think shook their confidence a little bit there as far as the hitters are concerned.
One of the hitters for UC Davis, Leonie Strell with 4 kills, hitting 200. Lauren Mattis, 4 kills, hitting 500 without an error. How about Mahalia White, 3 kills on 6 attempts, hitting 333. So again, Davis hit 314 as a squad in the first set. 4 total team blocks compared to 250 percentage-wise for the Bows and 2 blocks.
Remember, they out-hit Cal Poly, who's been at the top of the league all year. Out-hit him by 90 points and lost to him in 5 on the road.
Yeah, the only 5-set match they have lost this season. They're 4-1 in 5-setters, and as mentioned, their last 3 matches have all gone the distance. But Dan Connors said, yeah, that's the one that got away at Cal Poly in Mott Gym. He said, we feel like we should have won that match.
Yeah, and he says that this team is very young. You know, they've got 2 freshmen, 1 senior, a junior, and 4 sophomores in the starting lineup. So he says they're growing every game. Sometimes they grow faster than others, and sometimes they look like a very young team. Like that.
That's a case in point right there. Yeah, he says high ceiling, low bottom for this team. A wide spectrum, and the same can be said describing the Rainbow Wahine at times. And the one common theme, you got a lot of youth and inexperience on both sides.
I would totally agree.
McKenna Ross with the serve. Hawaii up 1-0 here to start set 2, and that's O getting under it and sends it long. So positive start here to open the second frame for the Bows. Last time these 2 teams met up in this building was on senior night last November for the Rainbow Wahine. And Hawaii winning that one by way of a sweep. Ross serves it into the twine. So already a more positive opening to this match compared to the last meeting in here for Dan Connors' crew. Here's Jane Sessler. What a job she's done filling in at the setter position for a Davis squad that lost its 2 top setters and 2 setters that shared the starting responsibilities last season, as Sky Williams puts it down.
Sessler's done a nice job. Sometimes Sky Williams just cutting it back. She knows where that open part of the floor is. They're taking a wrist-away shot away, so she's just fine. I'll go the other direction. She's really matured as a middle attacker.
Sessler sets up Mattis, and she's able to plug it through that Hawaii double block. That's one of the more formidable blocking combos that the Rainbow Wahine have to offer right there, the freshman tandem of Amber Igidi and Hana Helvig. Good first touch there by Helvig. Here's Yosia from the opposite position. Great match the other night for the senior setter slash hitter slash you name it. She went for another double-double, 17 assists, 19 digs, 3 kills, and an ace against Riverside. Her 55th career double-double performance. She's now posted double-doubles in her last 7 outings. How about that?
I would give her a triple-double for that night. The other one would be double figures in leadership.
That's right.
She's like the coach on the floor, and Robin totally trusts her. She's going to be a very good coach on the floor.
Yeah, you might want to just give her triple figures in that department. Forces the overpass there. Helvig! And she just seems to be a little out of sort this evening. And that's usually a play that she is much more sure-handed, at least in terms of her decision to either go up and smack it or to play it on Hawaii's side.
And that one obviously would have been better off playing, running the play off of it as opposed to making an attack there. They're serving her too. You notice that last 2 serves are going right to her.
Here comes the high ball bump set. And she sends it wide. Was there a touch? No touch. And it's a point for Davis. So Helvig hitting in negative numbers.
She's getting pulled to the bench.
And she now heads to the Hawaii bench. And Riley Wagner, who has received a DNP each of the last 2 matches, on the floor for the Rainbow Wahine. So Robin Amo, who never hesitates to make a change, doing just that. Igidi gets roofed, solo style. Alexa Rockus denying access.
Rockus comes up. That's the 4th time she's been in on a block. That's her first block solo. She's having a great night at the net.
And Davis vaults in front after a 3-point run. And showing a lot of confidence here on this special occasion at the Stan Sheriff Center. Wagner, the tip shot. Goes down. Riley Wagner, the 6-foot freshman from Dublin, Ohio, the first ever Rainbow Wahine to hail from the state of Ohio, averaging 1.48 kills per set, hitting a .139. And really, it's that hitting percentage that I think at times has fallen short of even her expectations in this her freshman campaign. As White splits the uprights of the block, dug up by Yosia. Here's Ross. Put a little extra sauce on it, but missed long. And another point for the Aggies.
Rossi took a good swing at that one. Just wide. Davis a little more patient in the long rallies right now.
There's Ali Reyes. One of 3 seniors on the roster. This is a very young roster for the Aggies as Wagner got handcuffed there. Free ball sent the Aggies' way. Outside, Strell, 2-hand save there, Yosia. Okino, blind, back bump set to Ross. Roll shot, diving save in the back row there by Mattis. And in the middle, going off the block and down is Rockus. And the Aggies right now making all of the right decisions and pushing all of the right buttons.
Rockus causing a ruckus up there.
And that's now a 5-1 run for UC Davis.
Whether Rockus doing it in blocking or she's doing it attacking, either way, she's making life miserable for the Rainbow Wahine.
Strell blocked that one back on her tippy toes. Here's Wagner from the back line. And a very confident swing there by Riley Wagner.
So that's got to give her some confidence. You see her numbers are low though. That 112 should be at least double that. She should be outside here like her. Should be hitting around 250 at least.
Proved very on her medal this season as a 6 rotation player. As Hana Wahine serves it into the net. But as is the case with a lot of freshmen, you wear deeper into the season and you start to see some inconsistencies. And I think that's what Wagner is now fighting through here at this stage.
Exactly. She's got a great opportunity now to get back into that starting rotation.
First touch there on the money. Middle set, Williams couldn't put a lot of oomph into it, but it winds up a kill anyway. Unable to conjure up the save was Reyes. And so Sky Williams, once again proving to be a weapon offensively for the Rainbow Wahine. That is kill number 4. On 5 attempts, still error-free.
Look at hitting percentage, 395. Number first in the league, I believe.
Middle set, Raucus, and we got a net violation against Hawaii. Gonna go against Sky Williams. She may have got a little bit of a piece of the top of the tape.
It was hard to see.
And serves wide, and maybe call that a little athletic justice for those who didn't feel like it was a net violation a moment ago. Here's Rossi to serve. Outside, Mattis pumps it long, but there was a touch.
Mattis got a little bit of Mourinho Cia's pinky. Good swing by Mattis. She's having a good night. 6 kills, 1 error, hitting .455. She is their go-to gal. She scores the most points every night.
Here's you'll see 2 blockers up. The tip shot again. What a diving save there by Lahav. The swing by White. And she is just firing right now. And UC Davis up a 3 spot here in set 2. All smiles on the side of the Aggies. Concern on the other side of the net. Timeout, Rainbow Wahine. Welcome back. Well, I'm going to look at some of the Twitter talk that's going on right now. Hashtag SSC Memories. This is from Ryan sitting at the top of the stand watching Hawaii basketball knock off a nationally ranked Michigan State squad. Never heard it louder. Of course, the Star Advertiser's been counting down some of the great moments in the history of this building. We're celebrating its 25th year anniversary here tonight as Yosia goes cross-court and in out of the timeout. That was certainly up there. Hawaii, under then head coach Riley Wallace, taking down Tom Izzo's squad. You had, of course, the epic upset in the Rainbow Classic. Hawaii over number 2, Kansas.
That was one of your favorites, wasn't it?
That's one of my favorites for sure. Especially Aaron Galloway and that swat along the baseline. Just a few of the many, many memories as we take another break. Welcome back to tonight's Jack Fact. This is pretty mesmerizing. Packing the house. How about over 25 years, a total of 3,308,097 fans, not including tonight, have passed through the turnstiles at the Stan Sheriff Center to watch Hawaii Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. And of course, the general manager of the arena since its opening, Rich Sheriff, next to the bust of his father, the late Stan Sheriff, who was a primary reason why this wonderful facility came to fruition and why we are celebrating 25 years of its existence here tonight. That was a great picture. Great shot there of Rich and Stan.
It was a great shot. There are so many great stories about how Stan Sheriff took it upon himself to go down to the legislature and convince them that this was not to be a 7,500 or a 5,000 seat arena. This needs to be 10,000.
That's right. He was absolutely a stickler when it came to the details of a 10,000 seat arena or something within that significant range, and an on-campus arena. He had to fight both of those battles as you take a look at Rich. That's right. Celebrating as much as anybody here. But he had to go to battle on those 2 fronts for a while before getting this thing finalized as Josie O. That just makes it look so easy. At 6'6", it's almost as if she can place it down on the Terraflex.
Exactly. She pretty much goes over any middle block that she faces.
So here is Shira Lahav. That one tickled the tape. Somehow Wagner got the pass. Here's Westerberg, dug up along the back line by Mattis. White with the swing, down the line and in. Mahalia White is locked in right now. That's 5 kills for her. She's hitting around 400, and that one earned a fist pump by head coach Dan Connors.
How about when she was asked about what rule she'd change in volleyball? She'd like to have the 6 rotations all stay in the front row. She doesn't want to go to the back row.
Not ever having to play the back row, yeah. Just swinging away all day. As Lahav goes into the twine. What has been, you think, the biggest challenge for Hawaii so far? They have found themselves sort of within this margin of deficit, really through sets 1 and the majority of set 2.
I think it's their offense is really, really dropped off. They're only hitting what they're hitting right now. They're hitting 133 in this set. Those are not Hawaii numbers. Normally they're hitting 260. So the offense has not been good. Part of that's because the Davis block has been so solid. And then Hawaii's had some players that are just not connecting.
That's really been the only saving grace right now for Hawaii, the occasional service error for Davis to try to halt some of their momentum, but the Aggies hitting 500 in set 2 compared to that $133 you mentioned on the Hawaii side.
Yeah, I got to credit the Aggies for playing some good offense, passing the ball well, utilizing their size up front, so getting some good blocks, good touches.
On Wahine with the serve. Set outside. That's Strell. And a net violation called against Hawaii. It doesn't matter. It's a point for Davis. And they are just clicking right now. This is a UC Davis team. How about this record split? 8-0 at home this year. 0-5 coming into tonight in true road matches. They are looking to change that record, if at all possible, here in the Stan Sheriff Center. Outside, it's McKenna Ross. I tell you what, Rossi has gone up and taken some very aggressive swings here the last 2 matches. Make that the last 3 matches.
Yeah, she really has. Started Santa Barbara on the road.
That's right.
She really started to light it up there, got 12 kills, hit over 300. Just had a huge night. Very important win for Hawaii on the road. And then she played well on Friday night as well.
Good cover there by Wagner. Choi goes high ball to Ross, blocked back. Wagner keeps it alive and returned by Choi. Outside, and it is Mattis putting an end to that rally. Great effort by Wagner and Hawaii, but Mattis proving to be the great equalizer here for UC Davis.
Good solid block there. Great scrappy pursuit by Hawaii, and then finally Mattis just doing a job on the outside.
Well, we mentioned time and time again, when Hawaii can put that first pass on point, it opens up the opportunity to set the middles, and Sky Williams has been fantastic when it's gone her way. That's now 5 kills for her, hitting .833. Easier said than done, though, with this Davis serving squad. Again, Josie O. Speaking of work in the middles, O now with 3 kills on 4 swings.
Here comes Mahalia White back into the game, along with O.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough front line. Yeah,
this is a tough front line right now for UC Davis.
Williams through the proposed block of O and down. Bailey Choi deciding to just challenge the big 6'6" blocker in the middle.
And Williams just powered it through, and they knew the ball was going to her. They had 2 blockers up. That's unusual on a middle set.
Hawaii needs a run right now in the worst way. 15 serving 18. Overpass, Wagner couldn't get it down. Advantage Aggies, White. I tell you what, she is just firing from that right shoulder.
Mahalia White now with 7 kills, hitting .545. Only 1 error.
Hitting .280 on the season. Hannah Helvig now back in to the match for Hawaii. See if maybe a little brief stint on the bench.
They go to her right away. Server.
Up to recalibrate things, unable to get it down there. Bump set goes to Strell. Block was up, blocked back, kept alive by Lahav. Diving save there along the sideline by Choi. So Yosia sets up Helvig off the block and down.
Maybe some rest time on the sideline helped Hannah to get her game together. Great save by Bailey Choi there to keep that rally alive. Helvig going high hands and getting the point.
The advantage there of having Yosia in the front row as a hitter. When Bailey is the setter, you have 2 setters on the floor, and Yosia was able to snag the assist there on that sequence. Heavy-handed serve, handled well though, and White just threw the block and down. She has been right now unstoppable through the vast majority of this match.
She's just punishing Hawaii's blockers' hands. You got to give credit to Jane Sessler for knowing where White is at all times and feeding her as much as possible. She has the hot hand right now. Mahalia White.
As evidenced by 8 kills, hitting .583. Right side, Helvig able to slice that angle and get the kill, but Hawaii continuing to trail by 3. By the way, Braylon Akana on the floor for the Rainbow Wahine, 6-foot freshman. out of Kamehameha Kapalama in the front row. And another freshman, Hannah Helvig, getting ready to serve. There's Braylon. Playing in her 9th set of this season. Has provided a spark, though, at times. Remember that match against Cal State Fullerton, as she loomed large. Comes up with the save there. Ross, the tip shot, blocked back, rattled around, and down. So give Davis the roof.
Once again, it's that big block up front. Couple of 6-footers.
And we're going to have a challenge here, as Ernie Ho will take a look at that last sequence. This may be more strategic than anything else. Robin Amo without any timeouts here in this second set, and so she is able to use this as a quasi timeout as Ernie Ho gets ready to look. I'm not exactly sure the aspect of what is being challenged just yet.
Would be a net violation, possibly. Yeah, this whole challenge system has changed the whole strategy notion. Coaches know that they really basically have 2 timeouts, plus they've got 3 challenges all night.
So they're looking for a net violation, or at least
Right
that's
here.
what Robin Amo is challenging. There was a violation there on the Davis side, and it didn't appear as though there was, at least from that angle. And it's usually a pretty telling angle, the net cam. And in fact, Ernie Ho will uphold the call. I don't think Robin Amo was too surprised there, as mentioned. That was more strategy than anything else.
Raucous with block number 5. She's really been tough at the net.
And Davis now out-blocking Hawaii 6-2 in this match.
That's a turnaround. Hawaii's used to being the dominator at the net.
Helvig puts that pass on the money. Westerberg in the middle, couldn't get it flush. The big swing there by Strell, played off the block by Ross. Back row set, Helvig blocked back. Bump set goes to Ross on the outside, off the fingertips, kept alive by Mattis. Here's Mattis from the back row, and she launches it beyond the end line. And one of the lengthier rallies that actually went Hawaii's way.
Davis, I think, has been the more patient team tonight in those long rallies, just waiting for Hawaii to make a mistake.
Here's Hana Wahine. Middle set, that's Raucous with the left hand, saved by Hana Wahine and then tipped over by Williams. Step out goes to Raucous, diving save by Helvig, and nobody home to get her back. And that just seems to be the pattern that we are seeing. Every time Hawaii has gotten within 3 or 2, Davis has ended their opportunity to string together a run.
Davis is not playing like a youthful team. They're playing like an experienced team, much more mature.
You're not playing like a team that may have some misgivings about playing on the road. 0-5 in true road matches this year. They look as confident as anybody.
And they're coming into one of the toughest places in the country to play, Stan Sheriff Center.
And that one hurts. And I got it, you got it, nobody gets it play for the Bows. It is 23 serving 18. And this is a Hawaii team that is frankly rattled right now. Yosia, backside, it's Westerberg. Dug up there by Starkey. Mattis gets it down again. 8 kills for Lauren Mattis. Mattis and White with a combined 16 kills. Mattis hitting 400, White hitting 538. When your 2 top guns are pumping like that, good luck.
Yeah, it makes for a tall order to stop Hawaii struggling to either dig them or block them.
Yosia goes outside to Ross, the dink, diving save there by Reyes. Slapped across. Hawaii in transition. Step out, Westerberg. The off-speeder finds the floor. But it remains aloha ball in favor of the Aggies here in set 2.
Nice pop-up by Reyes to keep the rally alive. Westerberg did not get all of that one. goes to the floor nevertheless.
So 19 serving 24. And Bailey Choi behind the service line. Outside Mattis, block out a piece. Scramble play here by Hawaii to get it back over. Mattis a second time by the double block. Two-hand save there, Choi. Bumps it back row to Helvig. And how about the improv by the Rainbow Wahine to salvage the point?
Great dig with the hands by Yosia right there. Nice little bump up by Rico Aquino. And Helvig finishes.
But it remains Aloha ball here in set 2. Middle set, Raucus. The save along the back line by Helvig. Right side, here's Yosia. Off the block and down.
Setter to setter, Choi to Yosia. Works every time.
Well, Davis has a bit of breathing room, but Dan Connors ain't messing around with Hawaii finding any semblance of rhythm here. He signals for a timeout. He wants to make sure that his team is ready to try to finish this second set.
He knows he's got one more timeout left, so if Hawaii were to score again, he can call another timeout if he wants.
Let's send it over to Ryan Kalei-Suji. What you got?
Hey, Kanoa. Well, midway through this set at 9-11, Robin Amo Santos was forced to call that timeout because there was a miscue in substitutions. When they put Braylon Akana in, they did not actually sub out Amber Igidi. So Robin was forced to call that timeout early, used her challenge card as a third timeout that we saw moments ago. And right now, Jolie Rasmussen is actually involved in the huddle as well. Remember, this is a player who has been out for a number of weeks now, spent the majority part of this first half of this huddle talking directly to Noreen Yosia about her hitting selection and her shots. Good to see Rasmussen still involved with this team. Back over to you guys.
Good observation there, Ryan. Yeah, Jolie Rasmussen, who told me prior to the match, we've talked so much about all of the injuries that she's had to endure in her career, both at Oregon and now at Hawaii. She says she did the math, that when it comes to missed matches, she has missed 53% of her collegiate career. And so you just hope and pray that she is able to find her way back out onto the floor, because she deserves that chance. She is such a talented player. There is another former Oregon Duck that Hawaii could turn to. They say that Brooke Van Sickle, Jolie's former teammate over there in Eugene, is cleared to play, was available the other night. She is standing at the end of the bench. We have yet to see her here in this one, but that is another option for Robin Amo if need be. As Choi out of the timeout serves it into the twine, and that's how set 2 comes to an end. 25-21. UC Davis has played 3 straight 5-set matches. For Hawaii to win, it's going to have to go 5. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. Hawaii up against it right now, C-Mac, trailing 0-2.
Well, Hawaii hitting their normal 260. That's about what they hit for the year. But look at UC Davis's numbers. They're hitting 360, a full 100 points higher. And they're out blocking Hawaii 6-2. Those are big numbers. Dig's about even. Ace the errors. Hawaii's got Davis has a couple of aces. Hawaii has yet to get an ace. That is rare as well. So hats off to the Aggies for playing some good volleyball tonight in an arena that is not easy to play good volleyball against the home team.
Well, Mahalia White has brought it here this evening. 8 kills, just 1 error to speak of. She's hitting a fat 538, C-Mac.
Yeah, she's just lit it up. Hits it so hard. And loves playing in that front row. When she gets up there, she is something else. And Mattis is another one who's played with 8 kills. She's hitting 353. And she's doing all kinds of ways. A cutback shot down the line. She goes cross court. No approach there. Goes angled and tools the block. Again, she goes inside the block there, hits it hard. So Lauren Mattis has been very effective, leading their team to the 360 hitting average.
Well, Mike Machado, who does some work with us here for Spectrum Sports, hashtag SSC Memories. He takes to Twitter. Clay Stanley going for 50 kills. Dejan Miladinovich had 21 blocks versus UCLA in a 1999 MPSF men's volleyball playoff match. Add that one to the list. Classic memories here in this building. Hawaii Moment of truth for the Rainbow Wahine as Amber Igidi starts off set 3 the way she started off set 1 with a put down, and Hawaii, seeking a spark, goes to Brooke Van Sickle.
I kind of thought she might see some action here, because I think Robin Amo wanted to see just some different energy out there, different chemistry, and she's going to get it. I think Brooke is ready. You know, who else has got great memories from this place is Angela Lindquist and Robin Amo. They were here during those early days and gave us all sorts of great memories.
How about they played in the very first match ever hosted here at the Stan Sheriff Center? We'll get to that in a moment. Free chance here for the Aggies. Right side set goes to Mattis. And the kill party continues for Lauren Mattis. Make it 9 put downs for the senior swinger.
Something about seniors who play with such passion and such a sense of urgency, knowing that their days are numbered.
So this error, however, for Mattis. And Hawaii gets the point. And back to serve is Brooke Van Sickle. Missed 3 matches. But quickly, the call was confirmed by Daphne Nelson. So the point, as it currently stands, belongs to Hawaii. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Ooh. I think that it wasn't I don't think it was a back row attack. I think just a good tap down by Sky Williams. Ball was on her side. It's an overpass.
White goes cross court and wide. And that's another point for the Rainbow Wahine. And a timeout taken by UC Davis. The Rainbow Wahine trying to pick themselves up off the canvas. Next weekend, tune into Spectrum OC16 Sports for the HHSAA Girls Volleyball Championships on Spectrum XCast on Friday at 5 p.m. for the D1 semifinals, and Saturday starting at 5 p.m. for the D2 and D1 championship games. A loaded tournament field on both fronts as we return to live action out of the timeout, and Alexa Rockus getting back to work. That's 7 put downs. She is still without a hitting blemish in this match.
Not only hitting, but her blocking has been phenomenal. In on 5 blocks, 4 assists, and 1 block solo.
Garcia backside. Here's Helvig. Got under it. Anna Helvig. That is her 6th hitting error, so that will get her to triple zeros in the hitting percentage department. And Robin Amo quickly challenging the call. And she is going to challenge whether or not there was a touch on the block.
These are the hardest replays, I think, to call in the business. The touch is usually so infinitesimal, so difficult to see. You have to look for a finger bending back. It's trying to look for the ball to change its spin and rotation, change direction. Really hard to see.
See, this angle tells part of the story.
I don't think it's
anything definitive that you can tell?
I don't think there's enough evidence there to overturn the no-touch call. Yeah, it looks like that's well over the block.
Well, a major storyline here is the fact that you look at the top 2 hitters for the UC Davis Aggies, Mattis and White, they're hitting 300 and 400 respectively. You look at the top hitter for the Rainbow Wahine and trying to harp on Hannah Helvig, but she's got 6 kills. She's flatlining it at the moment. It's hard to overcome when your go-to player just isn't quite finding the range at the moment as the call is upheld.
Yeah, Hannah's just sort of been a little out of kilter all night long. But once she finds her rhythm, it will make a huge difference in the outcome of this game, I'll tell you that.
And I think that's what we have seen in the past, is that even mid-match, she can get on a hot streak. Wagner putting some zest on that swing, but Aggies return. Here's Wagner from off the net. That may have been an out ball played. Outside it's Strell off the fingertips. Good cover there by Yosia. Bump set goes to Helvig. Blocked and roofed. Strell and Rockus. 3 straight points ripped off by Davis.
It's a 6'4" and a 6'2" block up there. Good hustle by Rockus to get to the outside, but Strell had got most of that.
Crowd trying to turn up the volume knob again. You'll see a back row set, then Sickle off the block and down. And
welcome back, Brooke.
Absolutely, the official welcoming back to action for Brooke Van Sickle, 5'9" redshirt junior from Battleground, Washington, one of the 3 transfers from Oregon, along with Kyra Hanawahine and Jolie Rasmussen.
A nice pass off that very tough serve.
Choi drifts that one deep. Outside Strell. Block got a touch. Van Sickle a little late to respond there and wasn't able to come up with the save. And when you haven't seen the live bullet, so to speak, in a couple of weeks, it takes a bit of an adjustment period.
Yeah, it threw her off. A touch of the block threw her off, but she had to change direction too quickly there. Tough to dig.
Pass there by Wagner, middle set. Williams, block was waiting for her. She tips it up, and Van Sickle has to two-hand it over. Big advantage here for the Aggies. Slide goes to Rockus, diving save Van Sickle. You'll see her the swing. Kept alive by UC Davis. What a layout, second touch by Starkey. Here is Yosia again, and it will not be returned, and Hawaii up a pair.
Great dig in the back by Van Sickle. Great defense by UC Davis. Picking up the ball on the end line. Both teams really laying it all out on the line, knowing that defense is going to win a lot of these battles here.
Behind the head set there to Rockus, who finds the floor. So she has 8 kills, no errors. Have you seen Noreen Yosia's numbers as of late? 5 kills for Noreen, no errors for her either. She's hitting .625, 10 assists, 7 digs, and a block. Just another day at the office.
Pretty typical Noreen numbers.
Van Sickle unloads.
This may be just what the doctor ordered, get Brooke Van Sickle back into the lineup. Hawaii, you know, for all those games was so used to playing with Rasmussen and Van Sickle, and all of a sudden they're both gone. And it really forced Robin Amo to change the lineup so many ways, push so many buttons.
Mattis blocked. Kept alive, though, by the libero Lahav. Mattis a second time is not blocked. Well, you can't give her multiple opportunities. Probability percentages start to tilt in her favor significantly. Great save there by Shira Lahav.
Even on a broken play like that, she just does a step close, hits cross court with heat, gets the point.
Choi outside Van Sickle. Dug up by Lahav. That was on the money. Mattis is blocked and roofed. Mattis diving into the signage to try to keep it alive. Good to see her smile. That is an indication she's okay, but give another point to the Rainbow Wahine.
I think Yosia gets most of this block. They try to tool her. She says, I'm not just a setter and a hitter. I can block too.
What can't she do?
I know.
Is the question. And she's now behind the line to serve. Sends it long. Yosia, the team leader in aces.
Another thing that's missing tonight, her serve. She has been on those long runs that she's capable of going on.
Tied Nikki Taylor for 8th on the UH career service aces list last time out against Riverside. Here's White. Big swing, but an even bigger roof, courtesy Amber Igidi.
It's the one thing about hard hitters. Sometimes it comes back harder than you hit it, and that's an example. Igidi was all over that. Credit White, though, for an amazing night she's having so far. 8 kills, only 3 errors, hitting .312.
Oh, able to get that one down. Aggies coming into the week, tops in the Big West Conference in blocks per set. That was an emphatic one moments ago, but Davis, as they have done all night, just very coolly responds and gets the ensuing point. Outside, here's Wagner. Down the line and wide. Point for UC Davis. And Robin Amo turns to the bench. She's thinking perhaps about some other options here. Always with the wheels turning, you can see it. Van Sickle, perfect pass. Right side, it's Helvig. And that one will end up in the seats.
Perfect pass by Van Sickle. Allowed Aggies to be a decoy in the middle and gave Hannah Helvig a split block. She feasts on that.
How much of that is, you think, Noreen Yosia just thinking, we got to get Hannah going? She very easily could have set the middle there for a high percentage attack. She went Hannah's way on that one.
I totally agree. No, she's got to get her going.
And Sickle from the back row. Good cover there by Hannah Wahine. Free ball coming, though, for the Aggies. Can they convert? Outside, Strell blocked and roofed. Hannah Helvig saying,
That might get Hannah going. That time Sky Williams could not get out there. She thought a play was going to be run in the middle, so she committed in the middle, jumped up, hustled to get out there, and just couldn't quite make it. But luckily, Hannah was there waiting.
Third block for Hawaii in this third set. Here's White. The block again, getting a good touch, but then Williams swiped at it twice. And that's a point for Davis. Hawaii's block starting to provide a little more resistance here. That will be an important piece in trying to put together the puzzle that leads to a comeback here down 0-2. You'll see a backside, Helvig. Right down Kalakaua Avenue.
That's the Hannah we're used to, don't you think? Good rhythm. Nice approach, solid arm swing, split block.
And then the signature smile.
And a big smile, yeah.
That's right.
But no back row. Looks like Daily Choice playing for her.
A bit of a change in that aspect of the system for Robin Amo, as Wagner the last to touch that one. And it's a point for Davis. 13 serving 14. We are creeping along here in what is an all-important must-win third set for the Rainbow Wahine. Backs against the wall. Perry Starkey to serve. Pass tight to the net, and that's going to be a Hawaii point. They do call interference there against Raucus, and Dan Connors not happy about that ruling, and he is having a conversation with Ernie Ho while clutching the challenge call. That is not a challengeable call there. And so the point remains with the Rainbow Wahine.
Even if it was challengeable, I think he'd lose the challenge on that one. The ball's clearly on Hawaii's side of the net.
Raucus gets it right back. There's 14 serving 15. How about the ability to respond by UC Davis all evening long?
Yeah, exactly. Dan Connors told us before the game, he said the #1 quality of this team is their resilience. They can bounce back from anything.
Well, Brooke Van Sickle trying to bounce back from injury. So far, looking so good as she just shoved that one down the line for a point. What does she bring to this Hawaii rotation?
Brings defense, brings passing, brings power attacking at the net, brings tooling off the end blocker, and brings a decent block. One of Hawaii's better blockers, actually.
Outside. Well, that one missed time. Dug up by Wagner. Aggies bounces it off of the Terraflex. And Hawaii up 3.
Give all the credit to Riley Wagner there for making a terrific dig. Put it right on the net. So Hawaii could run a play. Benny Choi put up a nice set. 31 to Amber Aggies. No blocker up.
Aquino into the net. 10th service error of the match for Hawaii compared to 0 service aces. We don't often see that ratio from this UH.
Very unusual. Very unusual. Usually Yosia's got 2 or 3 by now.
Here is the sophomore setter from San Francisco, Jane Sessler. Coming into the week, tops in the league in assists per set. Here's Yosia pumping it down. That's kill number 6 for Noreen. And she now retreats back behind the line to serve.
So Yosia's going to change her location of where she's going to serve. Instead of serving from the left side of the court, she's going to the right, where I think she's more effective in general.
Cross court with a good pass by Mattis. She gets the set on the opposite side and is able to just find the seam between all of those white jerseys.
But the Aggies are just so resilient, so gritty, and scrappy.
You'll see a backside. Here's Van Sickle. One blocker up. It's Mahalia White, and she does the deed. A solo stuff.
Nice reach over by Mahalia White. Good solid hand position, penetrating over the net.
Yosia sets up Van Sickle. Off the fingertips and down. She decided to go high hands that time. And Hawaii up 2. Ten aces on the year for Van Sickle. And popped straight up in the air by Strell. Back row set to Mattis. Van Sickle the dig. Chance for Hawaii. Outside. It goes to Wagner. The tip shot finds the floor. Another point for the Rainbow Wahine, and they reach the 20-point plateau here in set 3. Trying to call it a comeback. Welcome back. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top 3. We're looking at career women's volleyball victories in the Stan Sheriff Center, and Lily Kahumoku, with many of her colleagues and contemporaries near the top of the list, but she is the queen at 84 total victories. Lauren Duggins, Melissa Villaroman, Maya Gustin, and Kim Willoughby, each with 79. That was a prolific era for then head coach Dave Shoji in this Rainbow Wahine program. As we return to set 3 action, Mahalia White blasts it off the block.
Oh, that was
Davis point.
That was a textbook serve reception that time by Shira Lahav. She played in Israel 3 years in the Division II league and played in the under-20 European Championship. So she's got international experience. That was just a money pass.
Lahav to serve, just gets it over the net. Van Sickle sets up Wagner, 2 blockers up. Diving save Lahav, and it'll be returned. Free chance for the Wahine. Backside, Helvig off the block. Good cover there by White. White gets the set off the block and down. What a transition by the Aggies, and they are within a digit here in set 3.
What a set by Sessler there. She had to turn sideways to the net, parallel to the net, to make that play. If she had turned the other way and been perpendicular, she would have netted for sure. That was not an easy set to make.
Healthy amount of opportunities for the Rainbow Wahine, but nobody able to terminate there. As that serve goes long, it looked like it was going to sail way out. That almost curled down to just get a piece of that end line, but it was just mere inches out of bounds.
Shira Lahav, she's really a good player. Great. They're going to, looks like Dan Connors is going to want to challenge that. And he thought it was in, I guess, but I'm pretty sure it was out. But I agree with you. I thought it was way out. And all of a sudden, at the last minute, it was diving.
Yeah, it looked like it was destined for the parking lot, and then all of a sudden it was narrowly an ace. And so we'll see here via the replay. Dan Connors thinking it was at least close enough to justify a challenge. So Ernie Ho will take a look at this. I think that will.
It's pretty simple, easy. It's an easy call right there. It's not touching any white at all.
All right, CMAC on the record with confidence.
Yeah.
Call will be upheld.
Absolutely.
All right. And the call will stand. It was a lot closer than it appeared as though it would be.
Challenge is 1-1 now. Robbins got one and Connors has one. They both lost one.
The chess match off the floor. Hawaii up 2. It's White from the opposite position. And she just put a pounding on that set. That is kill number 12 for Mahalia White, hitting above 400.
Split block. Sky Williams could not get there in time.
Mahalia White, what a story. We mentioned having to recover from stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma as McKenna Ross gets the point and the kill for the Rainbow Wahine. But Dan Connors talking about Mahalia White, saying she is just a wonderful presence on this team, a really tremendous human being, wonderful teammate, great player to coach, and to endure what she has endured and to come out with this level of confidence and contribution, it really is striking to see. Oh, Sky Williams strikes again in the middle.
Big block there. Dan Connors out of timeouts. Can't slow things down unless he's going to use his challenges.
23 serving 20. Here's Choi. Floats it over. Outside it goes to Strell. Finds the seam into that opposite corner.
Leonie Strell, after a big start, slowed down a little bit. Now she's got her 7th kill. 3 errors go along with that. But she had a really big start in the first set that really gave the Aggies a lot of momentum.
That's Perry Starkey, freshman from Bakersfield. First touch there by Ross. Outside it's Yosia. Did that hit the pin? Yes, it did. Point Davis, and they're pumping fists on their side of the net. They are within 1, forcing Hawaii to signal for a timeout. Come and visit the new Spectrum store at Pearl Highlands Center above Sam's Club. Learn about Spectrum Mobile and get the best devices, latest technology, and coolest accessories. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8, Sundays, 10 to 6. Out of the timeout, Davis already up 2-0, trailing by just 1. Hawaii needs this point. Right side, it's Ross. Heavy-handed. And it's Aloha ball in the 3rd for the Bows.
That was a big-time swing by McKenna Ross. 2 blockers up. She had a great set as well, but that was a big-time swing. 2 blockers up. She chooses to go down the line.
And here is Ross to serve, to try to extend this match. This is Mattis, blocked and rope. Sky Williams proclaiming to this Stan Sheriff Center crowd, this match will continue. Set 4 coming up. Welcome back. Time now for the Akamai Roofing Report. We take a look at the block party for the Rainbow Wahine. And it came alive in that 3rd set, CMAC, when they needed it the most. Out-blocking Davis 5-2 in set number 3. They now have 7 total team blocks in the match, and that brings their season total to 191. Entering the weekend, Hawaii tops in the Big West Conference in blocking, although they had been out-blocked in 5 of the previous 8 matches coming into tonight. Still trailing by 1 in that department. but that is such a key component when things are going well for Hawaii.
Makes a huge difference when Hawaii's blocking well. Here's some Twitter talk.
That's right, beating number 2 Florida in 5 during the 2015 season. That was a special night. Hashtag SSC Memories. We appreciate all of the contributions. It's been a little bit of a walk through memory lane and calling upon some of the nostalgia over 25 years of this tremendous facility, the Stan Sheriff Center. And maybe we're in for another memorable evening. Who knows? Hawaii able to avoid the sweep. Still plenty of work in front of it, though, as we enter into set number 4. How did they turn it around, though, in set 3 to finally break through?
Well, first of all, I put Brooke Van Sickle back in. She was, one of the top 3 pin hitters on the team before she went down with an injury. So now to return, I think has really made a big difference. I think Hannah Helvig playing better in the third set made a big difference, and the block returning made a big difference.
We'll see us serving to start set 4. And the block party continues. Amber Aggies saying, ah, ole.
Amber Aggies right there, just shuffled out. Nothing fancy about her footwork there. Just shuffled out to the outside. Went up with Hannah Helvig. They're 2 of the better blocking tandems.
Got a piece there on the O swing. Mattis took a little something off. Layout save Ross. Right side Helvig.
Oh, now the crowd's getting into it, Kanoa. Crowd's starting to light it up. They're liking this blocking. It's attacking. There's a great dig right there. Hawaii just playing better volleyball now on a night when UC Davis has really dominated.
Yeah, heck of a stretch fetch there by McKenna Ross. Mahalia White back into the match for UC Davis in the back row. She gets the set. Dug up by Yosia. Aggies bump sets Helvig from off the net. Dug up over by White. Chance for the Bows. Outside, it's Van Sickle through the block and down. And the Rainbow Wahine score the first 3 in set 4.
The energy on Hawaii's side of the net has completely changed. The momentum has shifted. There's a split block. Van Sickle takes advantage of it. This arena is just changing right now. We're in a shift.
Yosia, another good serve. Brings the setter Sessler off the net. White from the back row. Aggies got a good chunk of that one at the net. Here's Van Sickle, cross court, and long. Hit the line judge in the foot.
Easy call to make, huh?
That usually is the case.
As long as the line judge is standing outside the court.
That's right. And so UC Davis on the board here in the 4th. They took the first 2 sets. Trying to win their first true road match of the season. Helvig down the line and in. And Hannah taking a little something off of that one. Change of pace.
Which I think is a good idea for her. She was hitting all out, I think, too much in the first couple sets and was not under control. Now she's really picking her spots a little bit better, only taking an all-out swings when she knows she has a great set.
And that's going to be a mishandle on the set by Sessler. She had to put a lot into that to try to get across court to White. And it came out a little awkwardly, according to the top official, Daphne Nelson.
And you know what happened at the end of the play, though? White took a big swing at it, and Helvig got a block solo. Just in case the hands weren't called.
Just for good measure. Middle, that's blocked back by Aggies. Here's White on the outside. And another one that just had smoke tailing off of it.
That was a laser beam. There was no stopping that one.
Mahalia White was UC Davis's first ever Big West Conference Freshman of the Year back in 2017. Was also a first teamer in the Big West before redshirting last year, recovering from cancer. Doing a wonderful job here in her return to action this season. Here she is on the opposite side. Block got some fingertips on it, and Van Sickle unable to come up with a save.
Every time it seems like UC Davis gets into trouble, they go to White and she gets them out of trouble.
3 serving 5. Mattis with the serve. Yosia has to chase it down. That's set off the mark. Ross was blocked. Helvig somehow gets the set and the swing. Give the assist to Amber Igidi.
That was not a very pretty play. But there was some good digging out of the net there by, let's see who dug it out of the net. Oh, it's Amber Igidi. She gets the assist.
How about the blind back bump set by Amber Igidi?
There's the end of the play by Helvig. He's starting to feel it right now.
Playing a little looser. A few more smiles on that Hawaii side of the net. As Wahine serves into the net.
Unusual. That's second serve. Hawaii's. That's her second service there. Hawaii's 11th.
So 4 serving 6. Davis very much on the heels here in set 4. Bump set goes to Helvig, 2 blockers up, and she went up over the block. Another change-up type of hit, and found that deep corner.
I like that swing because she's not going all out and hitting that 100-mile-an-hour heater. She takes a little bit off, knowing that area of the court is open. Broken play. She did a nice job of adjusting there.
And again, not playing through to the back row, giving way here to Bailey Choi. 7 serving 4. Strell shanked it, and Yosia lays the smackdown.
Oh, setters love this. When they get an overpass, they get a swing like that. Normally it's the middle blockers that get that swing. That time a setter got it. Noreen loves it.
Hawaii up 4. Right side, it's White. Blocked. Kept alive. White returns it. Played with 2 hands by Van Sickle. Williams in the middle. Sky strikes again. Timeout UC Davis. Hawaii by 5 in the 4th. Welcome back. Sky Williams giving the Rainbow Wahine reason to smile. HMSA's dental plan is all about winning smiles. Sky Williams has one of the brightest of the bunch.
She does. How about these numbers from this third set so far? Or fourth set. Hawaii hitting 600. UC Davis hitting 100.
Hawaii up 5 out of the break. Strell. Good cover there on the block by Ross. Back row set. Van Sickle against 3 blockers is dug up there by Sessler. Here's White. And she goes high hands and long, but there was a touch. And so Mahalia White showing some caginess there, playing the block to her advantage.
Really smart play that time by Mahalia. Block was well formed. She had to step in. She didn't have much of an approach. Set was inside. And she did the smartest thing, that was the high hand hit.
5 serving 9. Good pass there by Wahine, and Williams lays into another one.
I said earlier, the keys to the game was Hawaii's got to feed the middles. They're hot. Great example there. Perfect pass by Wahine led to another Sky Williams kill. That's Williams' 9th kill of the night, hitting well over 700.
Ross tried to get perhaps a little too precise there on that serve, and she sends it wide.
It's a little bit like your shot off the first tee, I think. You know, the one that goes
wide right,
slices wide right.
Oh, you got that right.
Into the water.
That's, you know what? I don't even have a response. That's dead on, my friend. Outside, here's Van Sickle.
Welcome back, Brooke.
6 kills for Brooke.
There's the pass, goes wide to the outside. Nice approach, gets a split block.
Served by Okino. High and away, it goes to Mattis. And she got a piece of that block.
Another smart hit by an outside hitter for UC Davis. I wonder Lauren Mattis is like that go-to player, 3.5 kills a set.
And that serve goes long from Roncas. Thoughts on the distribution of setter James Sessler, going to White and Mattis, about the same amount of attempts, 27 and 29 respectively. 18 attempts for Roncas, 20 for Strell. With double-figure attempts with 10. I mean, it's been pretty evenly distributed.
Yeah, she's done a good job.
You'll see it goes into the twine.
Dan Connor's clapping for that ball into the net. You know why? He knows Josia can go on runs. He knows all about her jump serve.
Went on a run to start this fourth set. Unable to do so there, though. It's 8 serving 12. Sessler serves it wide. So both teams really trying to target certain areas of the floor.
They're trying to pick on certain players that they think will pass the ball poorly.
And here is Van Sickle to serve. Down the line. Sessler has to track it down. It's Mattis, dug up by Josia. Okino, high ball bump set to Ross. And how about Rossi with kill number 8?
What a swing. That was a difficult set. Back bump set is going, this is high. All Ross has is a step close, gets some high hands, and she gets a back row player. She gets 3 touches out of that.
Ross has been on some kind of run. 12 kills and 400 against UC Santa Barbara on the road. 10 kills the other night against Riverside. And going again tonight as Amarai Jidi had that one smothered. And the Rainbow Wahine gets a 15 first and creating the greatest amount of separation we have seen in this match. As Dan Connor signals for a timeout. Hawaii thinking a 5th set, but they still have a long ways to go. Welcome back. Hawaii falling behind 2 sets to none. Here they are in set 4, up 15-8. It was a very interesting scene in the UC Davis huddle, and that's close to where we're positioned. It was Alexa Raucus, the junior middle, who was imploring her team to just play their game, saying, we have set ourselves up to do something special here tonight. Trying to upset Hawaii on the Stan Sheriff Center floor. Ross off the block and out. How about McKenna Ross? That is her 9th kill, and that one was crafty.
That was crafty. She does a nice job of seeing the block, noticing the outside blocker is moving to the right, so she just wipes it off the outside hand, picks up the 16th point.
And Sickle down the line. It'll be White from off the net, block out a piece. Good save there by Okino. You'll see it, sets up Ross off the block, covered by Okino. You'll see a backside, here's Helvig. Through the block and down.
Oh, how much does it help that Helvig has found her rhythm? She spent 2.5 sets not finding it. Now she's really got it all together. Picking all the right shots at the right time.
So we have a substitution here for UC Davis. It's Jackie Graves. Graves will replace O in the front row, and that's interesting. O replaced Graves as the tallest player in the history of the program at 6'6". Graves comes in. She's 6'4", a senior from Pomona, California. And that's an ace. Brooke Van Sickle. The first service ace of the night for the Rainbow Wahine. Middle set, there's Graves. Being called into action and delivering immediately.
Graves is the one that Dan Connors was telling us in the Long Beach State match. She came in and got the winning block in set number 5. So she's used to playing her role as a substitute blocker and doing it well.
Mattis goes out with the serve. Hawaii up double digits here in the 4th. Here is Hana Wahine. It's a pass tight to the net. Setup goes to White through the block and down. You don't slow down Mahalia White, not on a night like this. She is hitting well over 400. That is kill number 16 by our count. And a good job there on the set by Jane Sessler. She has given them a strong performance here this season as just a sophomore. Into the net from Shira Lahav. How do you explain what we're seeing from Davis here in the fourth?
I'm really surprised. They played so well all night long. All of a sudden, a little bit of off play and some great play by Hawaii has not been a good combination. It's made this 10-point deficit come true.
Here is Bailey Choi. Setup goes to White. 2 blockers up, and they get her. Sky Williams next to McKenna Ross, putting up the wall.
You can count on less than one hand the number of times Hawaii's even touched the Mahalia White attack, let alone blocked it.
We have a substitution in the front row for UC Davis. 6'2" freshman middle, Ilana Radakovic from San Francisco, California. Trying to provide a spark here for the Aggies. Strell goes through the block, dug up by Choi. You'll see a sets up Ross, a low set, so it's tipped over. The set goes to White, tight to the net, dug up in the back row there by Van Sickle, and then she two-hands it over. Advantage Aggies. Radakovic. The instant offense by the 2 middle substitutions made by Dan Connors. But there is a long hill to climb here for UC Davis in this fourth set.
Well, Lana was happy about that one. She's so excited to play in this arena, get in the game tonight.
Williams dug up by Lahav. Here's Strell from off the net. And that may have been an out ball. Diving attempt there by Van Sickle, doing all she could. And the point goes to the Aggies. So now the Aggies are playing perhaps as much for set 5 as they are for this fourth set, right? I mean, of course they'd like to come back, but to just get back in rhythm as they prepare for what could be a decisive 5th frame. Good dig there by Reyes. Touched over and down. The ad-lib by Sessler. And that's exactly what Robin Amo does not want to see, is UC Davis finding its traction once more. So she signals for a timeout. Good timeout.
I think it's a brilliant timeout. On the other hand, Dan Connors is really happy in his timeout, I'm sure, that his team is finally gaining some momentum to carry into what is sure to be a 5th set. I'd be shocked if UC Davis comes back from the 21-13 deficit. So each coach wanting to get the momentum going back into the 5th and not go limping into the 5th set, that's for sure. That's what Robin Amo, I'm sure, is talking about right now.
Well, Hawaii was in need of a spark, down 0-2, and so they turned to one of their key players here this season who had missed some time. In fact, had missed the last 4 matches for injury. Also, a coach's decision the last time out, Brooke Van Sickle, and she has delivered so far, C-Mac.
She had 6 kills, hitting 364. Even more importantly, her floor game has been so good. Her passing and her defense have really stabilized Hawaii's attack, and it's made a big, big difference. She just does so many things so well, and it's made a big difference. I think she has been the difference.
Let's check in.
If you had to point to one person.
Let's check in with Ryan.
Thanks, Kunal. Well, echoing what you were saying earlier, the setter for Davis, Sessler, talking to her team, saying, hey, let's not worry about the points on the scoreboard. Let's just work one at a time to try to get momentum back. She's really proven to be a leader for this team here in game number 4. Back over to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, not bad for a sophomore, especially one that replaced a pair of starting setters in Maddie Merlino and Paloma Bauman from a year ago. And the service ace there by Ali Reyes, and Davis starting to get a little something going here. 4 straight points. And hey, look, yeah, they're trying to get some momentum going into set 5, but they're creeping on a come up here in set 4. Choi outside. Here's Yosia, roll shot, diving save there by Lahav. And a free chance here for the Rainbow Wahine. Choi Outside, you'll see it. Tried to tip it deep. Rattled around. It will not be returned. Great effort there by Nia Ellis, a freshman, playing in just her 9th set of the season for Davis. But a smartly placed shot there by Yosia.
Hawaii got lucky there. You know, they really did not put up a good pass in that free ball situation. And it took another crafty shot by Yosia to get their 22nd point.
8 kills for Yosia, 22 serving 14. Here's Strell, blocked back. The cover there by Lahav. Strell a second time through the block. Net violation against Hawaii. And it's a point for Davis. Well, this just seems to be the norm now for UC Davis, right? They've gone 5 sets each of their last 3 matches. It looks like a distinct possibility here.
Dan Connor's getting another sub in, bringing Damari Webb in, 6-foot sophomore.
Giving some of his starters rest here in anticipation of that 5th set. Williams straight down to the floor. So a strategic move there from a substitution standpoint by Dan Connors. What do you think?
Exactly. I think it's a great idea. I think it's giving people that haven't played all night a chance to play. It's giving the starters a chance to go over and get a little rest and support the people that have been supporting them all night. It's just team-wise, it's just a real good thing for the team.
Okino with the serve. Down the line it goes. Atakovic tips it into the twine. And aloha ball for Hawaii in the 4th to push it to a 5th set. Okino. Outside it's Webb dug up. Van Sickle from off the net. Good save there, Lahav. Webb a second time by the double block and down. Well, she's showing some bounce, the 6-foot sophomore from Highland, California. Red-shirted a year ago. See what she's done this season. Hasn't played a ton. This is just her 32nd set. But you see the numbers pretty impressive.
Yeah, she averages almost 3 kills a set, hitting 206.
Overpass, Webb. Easy pickings. And the longer this 4th set takes to wrap up, the more of a rest some of the starters for UC Davis will see. Pass Van Sickle. Igidi in the middle. And that's a wrap on set number 4. The Rainbow Wahine able to bounce back from an 0-2 deficit to force a 5th. Special night. We may have a special finish. Well, what a match. As Hawaii has forced a decisive 5th set after trailing 0-2. Make sure you stay tuned right after the match for the Heineken post-game show for insight, highlights, analysis, usually an interview or 2. So you don't want to change the channel. The Corner Crew will have much to discuss here at the conclusion of this one. So, well, UC Davis, they're just doing this 5-set thing full-time these days. This is their 4th straight match going to a 5th. They are on the season 4-1 in those 5-set matches. The only loss at Cal Poly back on October 5th. Hawaii, they are coming into this 5th set match. They are 3-1 in 5-setters this year. The lone loss on this floor against UC Irvine, October 4th.
Hawaii won the toss, decided to receive. That's because their side-out percentage is 70%. That's a huge number. Actually, Hawaii hit 520 in that 4th set to Davis's 212. So Hawaii pretty much dominated that 4th set. But you know what? Now it's like a 15-minute game. That's it. There's so much luck involved in this 5th set. You got to keep your serve in. You got to serve tough, but you got to keep it in.
And a lot riding on this for Hawaii. right? We were discussing earlier in the broadcast about UC Santa Barbara defeating Cal Poly and doing so without Lindsey Ruddings, which is remarkable. But what that did was that gave both of those teams a loss. And so Hawaii's sitting in conference play with 2 losses, still in position to make a run for the conference crown. A loss here, though, would change that considerably. And so you have that hanging in the balance. UC Davis trying to do something they have never done in the history of their program, that is win in Honolulu. They have defeated the Rainbow Wahine just once in the previous 14 meetings. That was back in Davis in 2013 in 5 sets when the Aggies beat a then 10th ranked Rainbow Wahine squad. And Yosia serves it wide to start set 5.
I thought Hawaii had won the toss and decided to receive. I guess Noreen said, no, we're going to serve. Interesting.
And so it is Lauren Mattis to serve for Davis. You'll see it. Sets up Helvig against the double block. Good diving save there by Mattis. And then through the block and down, it is Mahalia White.
You're going to see Mahalia White get a lot of sets here in the 5th.
Not a good start for the Bows. Already down 2 points here in the 5th. Yosia cross court to Helvig. That was a blast, but it's returned. Yosia has to backstep to save it. Helvig a second time against the double block. Goes right through it. And Hawaii on the board.
Those last 2 swings by Helvig were as good as swings as she's taken all night long. They were difficult sets. That back bump set's a tough one to hit. Block is well formed. She finds a way to get over and down.
13 kills now for Helvig. Brooke Van Sickle with the serve. Forces the overpass. Helvig! That time, she timed it perfectly. We saw an identical opportunity earlier in the night, if you recall, and Helvig got caught in between. She was surefire there.
That was her 3rd best swing of the night. She corrected her earlier mistake, to be sure, Kanoa.
2 serving 2. Van Sickle. Oh, it just creeps over the tape, and it's an ace!
That draws some smiles from Robin Amo. A few minutes ago, she was not a happy camper going down 0-2 in the 5th. All of a sudden now she's up 3-2.
Just how Brooke planned it, right?
Yeah.
3 serving 2. Down the line again.
Forces another bad pass.
Set up to Strell. 2 blockers up. They got a piece. Hawaii in transition. Right side. Helvig off the block and out.
Go to the hot hitter.
And a timeout taken by UC Davis. Hawaii up 2 in set 5. Well, feed the Swede here. That's what Hawaii has been doing as of late. Hana Helvig now 15 kills to lead the Rainbow Wahine. She was hit negative for a good chunk of this match. She's now at 229 C-max.
Slow start, but what a strong finish.
Hawaii has scored 4 straight out of the timeout. Van Sickle to serve. Right side, Mahalia White. Off the block, rattled around. The swing by Ross. Off the fingertips, and it'll be played back by the Aggies. Strell, block, and roofed.
There's that freshman dynamic duo of Helvig and Igini coming through again. Manoa Roofing Company, and just freshmen. Do you think they've earned their membership card yet? What do you think, Manoa?
I would say so. Rainbow Roofing Company, however you want to utilize the moniker, wearing the hard hat here in set number 5. Still 5 serving 2.
And still a long ways to go in this 5th set.
So 5 straight points by Hawaii. Some time being taken to wipe perspiration off of the floor. Bodies hitting the deck everywhere. Can they keep it going? Van Sickle gets the serve in. Set right side, it's White from off the net. Good save there by Van Sickle. You'll see it outside. Ross tried to go line and missed the floor wide. A confident swing nonetheless. The placement not there, however.
Ooh, she took a really good swing there. Just missed the line. I think she was looking for some hands, actually.
3 serving 5. This crowd has awakened. over the last 3 sets. Well, it's fitting. We got some big-time drama here on the night we celebrate 25 years of the Stan Sheriff Center as that serve winds up in the twine.
And Wahab has really struggled from behind the service line. That is her 6th service error on the night. Aggies have 15 altogether.
6 serving 3. Here's Hana Wahine. Sessler goes outside. Strell goes off the block and out. So Davis gets it right back. 4 serving 6.
I mean, the linesman did not see the touch there. Davis is lucky that the referee was right next to the attack and the blockers.
In fact, Dan Connors was reaching for the challenge card until he realized that the call actually was off the block. Van Sickle from the back row, dug up back over the net by Lahav. Backside, Helvig.
And on that play, McKenna Ross officially jumped out of her shoe.
Great set there by Yosia. You saw the blockers. They were split on that front line for Davis. A single block attempt there against Hana Helvig. And you like those odds most of the time. 7 serving 4. It's Bailey Choi. Middle set, Raucus, 2-hand save there by Choi. Yosia sets up Ross through the double block. Lahav, the 2-hand save. Outside it goes to Strell off the high hands. What a leaping save by Van Sickle. Ross a second time, dug up by Lahav. Over the net. Yosia can't get it down. It'll be played back the other way. Williams through the block, punched around and returned again. We play on. Diving save, Van Sickle. Saved it from her knees. Yosia the touch, blocked back. It keeps going. Here's Ross off the high hand, saved by Reyes. Set outside, Strell gets it down. What an incredible display of volleyball and heart and grit and determination on that sequence.
That was an amazing rally. Great volleyball on both sides of the court, especially defense and reaction time.
5 serving 7. Choi goes right side. It's Ross off the tape, diving save Reyes. And it is backhanded over the net. Hawaii with the advantage. Outside Yosia tried to go line, sends it long, no touch. And a missed opportunity there for the Rainbow Wahine. Davis back within a point. And we're going to have a challenge here by Robin Amo. What do you think?
I think she's asking, she's saying that the setter might have stepped under the line. And there might have been a center line violation.
Boy challenges ball in. Third challenge, player review.
All right, so Ernie Ho taking a look at this. We're still awaiting word on exactly what this challenge is.
Pretty sure it's a center line violation. But looks like it's the in or out call instead.
Okay, so Robin Amo ending up just challenging the in-out call. I mean, we have a pretty decent perspective of that particular shot where we're situated, and it looked like it was way long. And yeah, if that is what is being challenged, that's not much of a challenge.
Yeah, I think this could be a quick decision here by Ernie Ho.
Is that just Robin Amo trying to preserve her 2 timeouts here in the 5th?
Yeah.
Six serving 7. Well, you knew Davis wasn't going to be pushed aside too easily here in this 5th set. Pass by Hana Wahine, pulls Choi off the net. Cross-court bump set to Yosia by the double block and in. And Dan Connors is going to challenge that call promptly. He's challenging the in-out call. Again, the call on the floor is an out ball. Or excuse me, the call on the floor was an in ball. The challenge by Dan Connors is that it was out, and Ernie Ho will take a look at this.
It's a big call, big difference between 8-6 and 7-7.
Oh yeah, that's
way in. This is going to be easy. This is a quick one for Ernie to do as well.
Perhaps as easy a call as the other one was out.
Yeah. You didn't need extra angles on that one. First angle was enough. Right there, way in.
All right, we await the ruling. Drum roll, please. And it is in. A point for Hawaii, and you're right, C-Mac. That one was huge. Hawaii gets to 8 first. They swap sides. It is 8-6 Rainbow Wahine. If that went the other way, it would have been 7 up.
Yeah. Crowd's getting into it. You can feel the tension in the air. There's so much riding on this.
You know, this is the 21st 5-set match for Robin Amo in just her 3rd season. It is not a stress-free job, let's put it that way. We are going to have a substitution here on the Hawaii side. Riley Wagner will check in, and she will position herself behind the service line. So they swap ends. Set 5. Hawaii coming back from down 0-2. Trying to complete the comeback. Wagner gets it in. Passes on the money. Outside, it goes to Mattis, and she drops a hammer.
Well, what set that whole play up was a perfect pass. And Little was going hard. Sky Williams bid on that, committed on the middle, couldn't get to the outside fast enough, left Mattis one-on-one on the outside.
So Wagner in for the serve, but she is promptly replaced once again by McKenna Ross. Serve by Rockus, overpass, and it's going to be a point for UC Davis. The call is going to be that Bailey Choi went up above the net. She is going to challenge the fact that she was still on the floor when she put her hands up and got a piece of the overpass swing. That is the argument being made by Robin Amo and Angelica Ljungqvist.
Bailey. Yeah, she's below the net. She's not.
And a discussion now between the R1 Daphne Nelson and the floor captain, Noreen Yosia.
Come here.
That is not something you can challenge. And Robin Amo, a little bit more emphatic in this particular argument than we've seen at other times.
Bailey Choi does leave the ground there. That doesn't help, because then she's getting her hands above the net. She becomes a blocker then, an illegal back row blocker.
And Rockus serving, and we're going to have a yellow card pulled out by Daphne Nelson.
The R1 actually had it right that time, because on the replay it showed that
she did leave the ground.
Bailey Choi left the ground and was up there as if she was a blocker.
Why can't we protest? Because it's a judgment call. And right now we're just delaying, so we have to go.
Though, is arguing this point about as hard as we have seen her argue a point really all season. And finally relents. And finally they decide to play on. It is 8 serving 8, C-Mac. In set 5. Serve goes out.
That was almost like having a timeout and icing the server, Kanoa.
I mean, this has turned into an emotional ride here down the stretch. Rika Okino to serve. 9 serving 8. Just over the net. Outside, it goes to Mattis. Block out a piece. Hawaii in transition. Choi backside. You'll see across court. Dug up by Reyes. Mattis a second time off the block and out. Point Davis. We are tied yet again.
Smart shot by Mattis going for Hawaii's smallest blocker, the 5'9", Noreen Yosia. That's who to aim for. You don't want to aim for the middle blocker, that's for sure.
Sessler the serve. And it's an ace. Drops right in between Van Sickle and Ross. Davis leads in the 5th. Timeout Bowes. Well, this is why they built this thing. The Stan Sheriff Center celebrating its 25th anniversary. Opened in 1994. The inaugural match was UH Rainbow Wahine Volleyball versus San Jose State, October 21st in 94. Robin Amo and Angelica Ljungqvist were on that Hawaii team and played in that match. And we got some drama here on anniversary night as Van Sickle is blocked. Tried to tool the block, but Mattis, the reigning Big West Conference Player of the Week, comes up with a huge stuff, and Davis leads by 2. The Rainbow Wahine were up 7-4 earlier in the 5th.
Hawaii's got a timeout left. Davis has a timeout left.
Hawaii needs it. It's Igidi. The tip shot gets to the Terraflex, and it's back to a 1-point differential.
Well, the blocking number is interesting. You see Davis with 9 blocks now to Hawaii's 10. The blocking is going to make a big difference down the stretch in these last 5 points.
Noreen Yosia getting ready to serve. Again, changes position along that end line. Some anxiety in this building here on anniversary night.
Looks like she's going to serve Perry Starkey down the line, or maybe Mattis cross court. We'll see.
It's a good one. It's an ace.
Her first one of the night after 4 service errors. Not her normal night.
A timeout taken by Davis. Noreen Yosia with her 27th ace of the season. That puts her in sole possession of 8th place in the Rainbow Wahine career aces record book. And that was a biggie right there. It is knotted at 11. What do you make of what is being discussed in these two huddles right now?
Well, I think that in the UC Davis huddle right now, I'm sure Dan Connors is talking about they just need one good pass, and they really need to pay attention to this Noreen Yosia serves because it's got a lot of spin on it. If they get in front of it, just hold their arms out, it can be a very easy ball to pass. But if they do not do that, they can that serve can get away from you. They can dive in a hurry. And for Hawaii, I think Robin Amo is definitely talking about serve's got to stay in, and then she's talking about playing defense there. And she's talking to the blockers right now, Helvig right now, talking to her about when she gets to the front row, how to be blocking up front. And because I think the block is going to play a big part here these last 4 points in the race to 15.
It is now a race to 4 with this one in the 5th, tied at 11. Some more Twitter talk. Aloha Ball recalling Dave Shoji's 1,000th win in 2009 against rival New Mexico State. Can't forget amazing players like Aneli Kubi-Oteneru, Kanani Danielson, #SSC Memories. Perhaps another memory in the making here on the Terraflex tonight. How about the aunties who have been along for this memorable ride in this building?
Legendary.
The entire time.
Part of the culture.
And Noreen Yosia as the crowd quiets with the serve. Overpass. And it's going to be a Hawaii point. A back row attacker called on the setter, Sessler, and Hawaii leads by 1.
Give credit to Yosia for that one. That's just like getting an ace. She forced a very difficult pass at the net that Sessler couldn't handle. By the way, Sessler's done, I think, an amazing job tonight. For a sophomore, great leadership, and has really set a good offense.
12 serving 11. Yosia, another hot one. Seckle's right side. Mattis off the block and down. We are tied again. Who's gonna blink first? Tied for the 5th time in the 5th. And Mattis to now serve. Okino, that one tight to the net, one-hand set, goes to Van Sickle, one-hand save there by Lahav, and it winds up a Rainbow Wahine point.
What a strange point there. You'll see a saving the ball at the net, and then Van Sickle with a tip that looked like it was going to be played up. Instead, it got played into the net. Boy, got lucky.
13 serving 12, it's Van Sickle making her return to the lineup tonight after missing 4 matches. Overpass, and it's a point for the Rainbow Wahine. Another back row attacker violation against Sessler. And guess what? Aloha ball for the match. However, hold the phone for 1 second, as we are going to get a challenge from Dan Connors.
I think he's out of timeout, so guess what this is? He has another challenge left. He's getting an extra one in the 5th set. And so I'm sure he's using that as his, 3rd timeout. Oh, he's asking for a net violation probably, and there was none.
Oh, this is a big call right here. It's either aloha ball for the match in favor of Hawaii, or we're even Steven at 13 apiece.
I'm pretty sure the call was a net violation. There's no net violation. Easy call.
Well, Ernie Ho already off with the headset.
How do you call it, Kano?
I agree with you. And so does Ernie Ho. And they will rise here, celebrating the grand number of 25.
How many times? Maybe 8,000, you think, tonight? It's pretty, well, 3/4, 7, more than that full.
Hawaii trailed 0-2. For the match, Van Sickle to serve. Outside, it's Strell. Sends it long. Point Hawaii. And they win it. Again. Hang on. We're going to have a challenge from Dan Connors. He wants to see if there was a touch on that play. And that's going to draw some ridicule from the fans here at the Stan Sheriff Center. It's absolutely within his right to challenge this, and let's see if we can see if there is a touch. Nothing that is too obvious from that angle.
Doesn't look like it there.
I mean, you can't take them home with you, right? So you might as well challenge this.
Yeah, for sure. Doesn't look like a touch there either. And I would say that one doesn't look like a touch either. Goes well above Amber Aggies' hand. Watch this place erupt when they see that there's no touch.
Here's the call. No touch. Point Rainbow Wahine. And Hawaii rises from the ashes.
And they were ashes down 0-2.
To take out UC Davis and make the 25-year anniversary celebration a true celebration.
Amazing. Another reverse sweep.
Just adding to the pantheon of memorable moments in this building. A fitting tribute to the late Stan Sheriff and this building that now bears his name. The cake has been brought out, much like the cake that was brought out 25 years ago. The performance of the national anthem in Hawaii Pono'i tonight, Karen Keawe Hawaii. Well, 25 years ago on October 21st, The national anthem in Hawaii Pono'i was performed by Karen Keawe Hawaii. It is poetic, and the crowd appreciating the fact that on this landmark occasion, Hawaii is victorious.
Very, very special night. I think that everybody got their money's worth, and they all got a little souvenir with the special cup tonight. I believe they got a pin as well that looks, it's a 25-year pin.
All right, let's send it over to Scott Robbs. He's with Robin Amo.
All right, Robin, be honest. The game plan tonight was to drop the first 2 sets, go 5, so that the crowd can really enjoy this anniversary tonight, right?
I guess. That's what the girls wanted to do. That's what they did. I'm glad they came out and finished it at the end.
You know, one thing you talked about to us this week was about regaining their confidence. It's early because it started at 5. It was regaining the confidence. What'd you say to the team in intermission to get their confidence back?
Nothing. They just did it themselves. No, we did nothing. We just talked as a staff. We came out here, told them what they're doing on the lineup, and it's all them.
Congratulations on the win. Go get some cake.
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys, back over to you.
Yeah, have some cake. That'll be more like stress eating, I think, for Robin Amo and the coaching staff tonight. That was some drama here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Mahalia White was sensational. 17 kills, hitting .382, 2 blocks and 3 digs. And Noreen Yosia, a near triple-double once again. 23 assists, 9 kills, 9 digs, and how about 3 blocks? And a very important service ace. A little over 5,100 here through the turnstile tonight, but boy, were they boisterous and loud, and reason to celebrate a Hawaii victory. Rainbow Wahine improving to 16-3 overall, 6-2 in the Big West Conference. Aggies fall to 13-8, 4-3 in the league. And it is Stan Sheriff's son, Rich Sheriff, the general manager of this Stan Sheriff Center, who blows out the candles to celebrate anniversary number 25. All right, well, that'll do it for us. Don't forget about the Heineken post-game show. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. What a night. Time to celebrate. Till next time, aloha.
And welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. We're a little fun after the match, the anniversary, the 25th of the Stan Sheriff Center, the cake celebration, kind of like a wedding right here. Noreen trying to give it to Robin. Robin gives it to Noreen, who chases down her coach. And then you see Rich Sheriff right there trying to protect that beautiful cake that is going to be eaten, I'm sure, by a lot of players. There goes Robin again, having a little fun with her team. They're celebrating because Hawaii was able to win. Let's take a look first at the highlights. The blocking early on gave Hawaii all kind of problems. UC Davis with 9 total blocks on the night. You see the double roof right there by UC Davis. How about White? She was good. Mahalia White, match high 17 kills. She hit .382 on the night. Really, Hawaii had no answer for the former freshman of the year in the Big West Conference. Talk about blocking. How about Hawaii's blocking? 10. They outblocked Davis 10-9 UH with a bunch of players involved, particularly Skylar Williams, who had 5-4 for Amber Igidi. And Noreen Yosia, the do-everything senior, involved in a little bit of everything. 9 kills, 23 assists. She had a service ace. She had 9 digs. She really is the true ultimate utility player for this Rainbow Wahine squad. And there you see Noreen with a very important ace coming late in set number 5 as Hawaii comes back after losing the first 2 to win the next 3 and take it in 5.
From Spectrum Sports, it's the Heineken post-game show.
Thanks a lot, everybody, for sticking around here on the celebration of the Stan Sheriff Center. Scott, Lisa, and Ryan. I think a couple of things we should already establish about this team is that you never know what to expect night in and night out, or maybe even set to set, and you can never count this team out.
Never count them out is absolutely right. I mean, it was a struggle. You got to give credit to UC Davis. They came in here with ready to rock and roll, and they took the wind out of the sails of the Wahine But check things out. Reverse sweep. It's amazing what this team just did and came back to win this match.
And yeah, we were just talking. This looks like a much different UC Davis team than we've seen in any previous seasons. They came out with heart. They battled out there, really looked physical, and it really looked like trouble for Hawaii. But credit Hawaii for really pushing the right buttons. Brooke Van Sickle really coming on strong. I think bottom line, she brought a lot of stability overall to this team. And also Hannah Helvig.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a player that struggled early on, and then she was kind of the go-to towards the end. So great to see those things happening for Hawaii.
All right, let's take a look at the final numbers from this one, brought to you by Levitt, Yamani, and Zollner. Guys, what do you see?
Well, that hitting percentage at 303 really went up for Hawaii. Just kind of showed how the match went along with Hawaii struggling offensively, and also the blocks. Hawaii really turning it on towards the latter part of that match.
And that's exactly it. They turned it on in the latter part of that match because they started again slow. But check out the digs. Amazing. UC Davis out-digging Hawaii tonight.
Yeah, but only 50 digs in 49 in a 5-set
really
match.
out-digging them.
Yeah. I mean, how do you explain? I asked Robin this, and I said, what did you say in the locker room in intermission? Because they were beaten in those first 2 sets. And then they come back with, I mean, how do you explain? She said, well, we didn't really say anything.
Well, I think she's gotten to the point now where she just tries to get the right players in there, create energy, and these players know their roles and what she wants from them. I think the coaching staff made some great subs, but I also was a little wondering what happened in game, I guess it was 3, Ryan, where there were some subs and Amber Igidi went out, and I thought she was playing fine, and I don't know, I just felt like that was an interesting sub in my thoughts.
Well, I think in Game 3, when Hawaii came back, they did a number of things. One, Brooke Van Sickle brought a lot of stability to the passing and the defense, where they were able to play transition defense. The other thing that I think helped them was moving Helvig to the right. Hawaii was getting burned down the line as we looked at some of Brooke's attacks, as well as some of her highlights. That was her first kill of the match, coming from the back row, believe it or not. But really doing a nice job of mixing things up. But going back to what I was saying earlier, I think one of the things that helped Hawaii was they finally were blocking line. Davis was attacking that line seam all night long, and Hana is a big presence out there. She really helped to slow down some balls on that right side attack for Hawaii.
All right, and game on at 4:30 this afternoon. Always a half hour before every game. You should watch it. I highly encourage it. We had pick a number.
I'm going to lose
and
this,
well, I don't know. I don't think either of you really lost. And it was combined digs between Kyra Wahine and Rika Okino. And Kyra had a 2, and I believe Rika had 8. So 10 was the total. Who took 8? Lisa took 8. Ryan took 6. We'll call it a push.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also didn't think that it would probably go 5. I think
that's true.
Prior to the match, we thought it was going to go maybe 4.
How about talking about Rika and her influence on the floor tonight?
Well, I thought she had some great scrambles as we check her flying her body all over the place for balls. She also, I thought, served pretty well tonight from the end line. She took a leadership role. You could see her trying to calm down the backcourt when there was a couple of miscues, if you will. And she talked about that in our pregame, as you will, game on. She talked about the effort that she's made and putting more time in and taking leadership when she's in the backcourt, trying to control that back serve receive.
And Hawaii essentially went with 2 DSs or liberos. They kind of split the roles for both of them. So Rika played for 3 rotations and Hana Wahine played for 3 rotations. So it wasn't a true libero. They were almost splitting that job towards the end of the match.
You know, one thing I think has been very consistent has been the middle blockers for Hawaii for the most part, particularly Skylar Williams. And she had another outstanding night. I think she had 10 kills, no hitting errors for Hawaii.
Yeah, Skylar Williams continues just to shine. She's got great energy. She drives to the ball. She's communicating well. Her and Bailey Choi seem to be connecting well.
I think one of the things that really helped her throughout the match, as the match wore on, she got a little bit more accustomed to the hitting tendencies of Davis. I mean, she saw her touching a lot more balls off the block, and Davis did some funky things with their footwork in the middle. They almost looked like they were running behind every single time to try to draw the blockers there, and then with 2-step back in front. So I think that kind of hurt Hawaii at the beginning, but Williams did a nice job of adjusting as the match wore on.
And I don't think anybody has a better smile than Sky Williams.
Oh, definitely
she has
not.
An All-American smile.
She has that All-American
She's
smile.
always smiling on the floor, having a good time. Well, we had a good time, a little longer than we thought. Sometimes it was a little agonizing, but Hawaii pulls it out in 5. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, joining us here in the corner, Brooke Van Sickle. Good to have her back.
Welcome back to the Heineken Post Game Show.
And we are back. Joining us in the corner, Brooke Van Sickle, 7 kills off the bench, a couple of service aces, as well as 8 digs. And really, I thought, more than anything, brought a calming influence to the floor after those first 2 sets. First off, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
How's the knee feeling?
It's good. Yeah, I had some time off, so got to figure out what's going on and got to do some rehab on my knee now, but oh well. So it's doing great.
You missed the last 3 matches, and then you did not see action until that 3rd set. I'm sure you knew that you had a chance to come in. Did sitting there and watching those first 2 sets kind of help you when you got in there?
Yeah, I just knew what to expect. I saw when we were aggressive, it was scoring points. So I was just okay, if I go on the court, I'm just gonna swing hard, and they're swinging deep, so stay deep, and that's pretty much it.
So did you know last night and tonight you got the clearance to go, but has the coaching staff been telling you just be ready, or we're going to wait till we absolutely need you?
They haven't really said anything to me, but it's because I think it's just I only started practicing a day ago. So I only have 1 practice under my belt coming back, so it was kind of interesting.
Well, it just shows practice is overrated. Helen Iverson said practice.
You're
right?
Maybe for passing, maybe any practice, but
what would you say about tonight's matchups? I mean, this is a team that obviously gave you some troubles. What were some of the adjustments that you think you folks had to make as the match wore on?
Pretty much what we talked about, when we went in the locker room, was that before Davis was winning at serve and pass. And so we decided as a team, okay, we're going to serve harder and try to give better opportunities to our hitters by passing the ball. So I think we did a way better job at serving because the first 2 sets, if you go back, we're serving the libero a lot in those sets. But it got better.
I know confidence is a big thing that Robin talked to us about this week, and how you guys found that confidence on the drive down from Cal Poly to Santa Barbara a week ago. You guys didn't look very confident early on. How come there are times where you guys look confident and other times where you just don't?
I feel like everyone's pretty confident around. I feel like everyone knows that they can play volleyball at a high level. I think it's just more for energy. I feel like we just had to come out smiling, having fun, good energy, and we always play good whenever that happens. So I think we had to focus on that. Yeah, I know before they played Santa Barbara, I was because I didn't get to travel unfortunately, but I was watching everyone's Snapchat stories and everything, and they were just having a good time. Coach Rob was doing dance off with Amber and stuff, so I thought that was super cool. I'm okay, they're gonna win, they got this.
So going back to that, how hard was it to stay back, knowing that this was a huge road trip for them?
It was brutal. Yeah, it was definitely hard for me and Jolie. At least we had each other to this bug. Sorry, but yeah, I'm just happy that they got to pull out a dub.
Yeah,
coming out. So.
Looking ahead now, you guys are going back on the road against teams that you kind of struggled with back home here. What is sort of the mentality going against these teams once again?
Pretty much, as our coaches always say, our motto is all in. So we're just going to give it our all. And I think we play Irvine, so we want revenge. So
and Cal State Fullerton, who really pushed you guys. They won the first 2 sets.
Yeah, Fullerton, that too. So I'm excited. Yeah. So.
Well, keep working hard, keep rehabbing.
Thanks.
And we look forward to seeing you on the floor the rest of the season. Good job tonight.
Thank you.
Our guest here in the corner this evening, Brooke Van Sickle, as she helps Hawaii to a 5-set win over UC Davis. We'll come back and we'll have some final thoughts.